Today I'll show you a kettlebell sport swing with all the special details, and we'll see is it different to what we know about swing. And if we talk about two kettlebell swing, that's a part of the long cycle, and according to the specification, that's phases number 1 and number 2. Probably the most interesting thing about kettlebell sport swing is the way how we do back swing. And most important to keep your legs straight on the very bottom. So that's probably the most unusual thing to do, because when we do a CrossFit swing, we usually catch the bell on the very bottom, and direction actually quite vertical. But in kettlebell sport, we want to do a pendulum. Because of that, we want to swing the bell backward, and then swing forward wants to swing bell forward. So I'm going to show you a few reps. So as you can see, I'm not straightening my legs on the end of this front swing, because we do it to get ready for fast number 3, which is accelerating pull. And for accelerating pull, we need to have our legs ready to go to pull the bells. That's why in kettlebell sport swing we have straight legs on the back and bent legs on the front. Straight and bend. Straight and bend. So that was about legs. About your upper body and posture. You should keep your upper body straight and good posture. You shouldn't bend your back. Again, if we talk about muscles around spine, it should be contracted and straight. If we talk about shoulders, that's okay to keep them loose. So again, back straight but shoulders relaxed and loose. And when you do this back swing, it's nice to have arms connected to your body. So again, when you do a back swing, arms connected. When you do swing forward, arms connected till the point where you cannot move pelvis any further. And then it's nice to let the bells fly even a little bit higher and separate your arms and your body. And then when you go to back swing again, you land your arms first and don't move your body anywhere. And when your arms already attached to your body, then you can do a back swing. Again, keep arms connected and swing forward, and only on the very end you can separate them a little. With kettlebells again. Well, direction of your vision during the swing is perpendicular to your back. So if we imagine a straight line, that's the positions that our neck and head should have. And depends how deep we lean, as low our vision is. And of course there is some delta exists, and you probably can keep your chin maybe a little bit higher, but not too much, and it shouldn't be low. So again, imagine the stick, PVC pipe behind you, and again, when you go for a swing forward, that's the portion, that's the line of your neck. Now let's talk about arms during the swing. Your arm should be straight. And straight, I mean your elbows should be perfectly locked. That's the rule. When you feel the weight of the bells, arms should be straight and elbows should be locked. It's even fine to use your triceps to control this lock. Because if during the swing you will keep your arms bent, well, that's how your arms get pumped. That's how your biceps will get involved, and that's how it turns to pretty much biceps curls. So that's why keep your arms straight, use your triceps for that, don't get shy, control this lock, and your arms perfectly straight for back swing, perfectly straight for swing forward. That's the rule. Yeah, and that's important, and that's what makes your upper body feel quite relaxed and comfortable, and make your legs and lower body work. You do swing, swing back, swing forward. You're staying on your heels solid. And I can say when you're on the very back, your balance move maximum to the back of your heels, and sometimes you even can see that athletes keep their toes like up and in the air. It's not necessary, and that's not the rule. You still can keep your feet on the ground, but feel the weight on your heels. And when you go to the swing forward, same story. Mistake when you move your balance to your toes. Well, and it's almost impossible to show it for the backswing, and of course that makes no any balance or biomechanic sense to stay on your toes when you do the backswing. And when you're on the swing forward, of course you shouldn't disconnect your heels. Heels should be solid on the ground. Well, the thing about it is when you disconnect your heel, you basically switch off your hip muscles. You cannot use all advantage and of the strengths of your quads. It all goes to your low legs, and low legs, that's not the muscles that you need to use for effective and successful swing. You need to count on muscles above your knee. So it's quads, hamstrings, glutes, low back, but not the low legs. So that's why keep your heels connected. Now thumbs position, and there is two most common ways to do swing, and one way is to keep your thumbs forward, another way to keep thumbs backward. Some athletes prefer to keep palms facing backward, but that's not usual way to lift. And again, for both styles, some delta exists, and when we're talking about thumbs forward, of course it's possible to have a few degrees inward, and same story when you talk about thumbs backward. It don't mean that it's just perfectly 90 degrees. So that's also some delta exists, and if I can guess, it's like 45-degree angle is fine. So my position about it is to keep thumbs forward, and the reason why is I feel way easier to keep your elbows close to each other, and it's good for your rack position as the next phase. And well, it also helps you to keep better connection of your arm and of your body, because I'm thinking this way: when you rotate thumbs inward, you see elbows goes outward, and it's kind of even easier to bend your arms. But we want to keep them straight, as I mentioned before, and locked. So that's why with the thumb forward, you can perfectly lock your elbows and keep your arms straight. And plus, it's way easier way than to make insertion, but it will be a next phase of the exercise. And now we talk about swing, and again, it gives you a better arms connection to your body with the thumbs forward. And I will demonstrate you a few repetitions. But again, we'll repeat, don't be shy to use your triceps and work for this perfect lock in your elbows. If you will just keep arms relaxed, you will not be able to maintain this perfectly straight position of arms, and it will be a bit loose, which is not good. So make it firm, use your triceps, and keep your arms perfectly straight and locked in your elbows. Grip. The way how we holding handles, also a special way, and especially when we lift two kettlebells, because there is a chance or risk that handles will touch on the end of the backswing, and you don't want to have your thumbs there, right? So that's why first things that I recommend to do to hold bells closer to the end of the handles like this, right? Because if we'll move it forward, that's how our thumb can be attached. So we're holding on the back, and if even on the position of the backswing handles will touch to each other, our thumbs will be safe. So usually that's 2 points of connection. That's a handles, and that's a body of the kettlebell. So your grip is behind, like this. Again, that's work for style with the thumbs forward. And you should use all your 5 fingers when you hold the handle. Kettlebell lifters using a lock looks like a okay when you cover your index finger by the thumb. And when you get used to it, you really start to feel benefits of it, and it's way less tension in your forearm when you can do it. So I recommend you to practice. And of course, it depends on the model of the bells, kettlebells that you use, how thick handles are, and how long is your fingers. And of course, well, if your finger's not long enough, you can't do anything about it. And well, the good thing about short fingers is that they are stronger, and probably, well, 4 fingers grip will work for these people. But if you can reach your index finger, even just a nail, just to touch it, you should use it. So again, that's the style. And for next few reps, you can take a look on and pay attention for the way how I hold the handles. So be rational and use benefits of your hand and all of the fingers. You make use a okay lock and hold the handles. Well, another thing to say actually about the grip is that, let's say we use all 5 fingers, but we shouldn't squeeze handle way too hard. Well, I mean when you like squeeze it and even connect the top of your palm with the handles, that's a bit too much. That's a bit too much tension in your forearm. So this part, it's fine to have relaxed, and that will release tension from your wrist. But fingers, you should have involved. And again, another benefit I think of the grip on the back is that your pinky also more stable there. Because when you hold the bell on the middle or on the front, you know, at some point there is a risk of sliding off your pinky. But when you keep it on the corner of the handle, it's more stable, and that's how all 5 fingers doing a good job. So pinky stuck and connected, and the thumb and the index finger have lock here, and of course fingers on the middle, they also very comfortable and can well, obviously that's the longest fingers on our hand, so all of the 5 fingers this way doing like maximum effective work that it can be. That was a kettlebell sport swing. Is it different? Yes, because we want to do up to 100 repetitions in a row, and we need to be very rational with our energy resources, and describe technique work for that really well.